I'm also aware, just whenever I hear our Christmas carols, or I think of our hymns or our stories, how often they involve nature. The sun, we begin to rise. Next week, the kids will hear a story about a donkey and animals that talk. Stories that remind us, and hymns that remind us that with the coming of Christ, the whole world rejoiced. So this morning, I share with you all this story illustrated by Tommy DiPolo, who we all love, teachers everywhere. And it's called The Birds of Bethlehem. And here we find that even the birds in that day knew that something really special was happening. Every morning, the birds of Bethlehem gathered in the field to glean any corn that might be left from the harvest. This winter morning was different. Anyone watching would have thought that they had spent more time talking to one another than having breakfast, and that was true. Yesterday afternoon, we saw something we'd never seen before, said the green bird and his mate. We saw a long line of people coming over the hill. The yellow bird and their mate spoke up. We saw something very unusual yesterday as well. The inn in town was full. What we saw, said the blue bird and his mate, was very strange indeed. A man and his wife were led to the stable because there was no room left in the inn. We were rooting in a tree on the hill, said the red bird and his mate, and below us there were shepherds watching their sheep. And then we saw an extraordinary thing. An angel appeared in the sky and said, I bring you tidings of great joy. Go quickly to Bethlehem, or you will find a baby lying in a manger. We were in that same tree, said the brown bird and her mate, and what we saw was spectacular. The sky was filled with heavenly hosts singing, glory to God in the highest, and on earth, peace to people of good will. What we saw, said the white bird and his mate, was an awesome sight. So we followed the shepherds. Let us go to see this miraculous thing that has come to pass. All the birds agreed. And in that stable was a young mother, her husband, and their newborn baby. The end. On that starry night. Story that birds told. Story that animals sang and spoke that night.